morning, boys and girls. Happy Wednesday. So, middle of the week, getting closer to Friday. And today we're continuing on with pronouns. And pronouns take the place of nouns. Great job. So today we're going to be making sure, or our work is going to be focused on making sure we know how to recognize if a pronoun is being used correctly in a sentence. Now remember, it's taking the place of a noun. So that's going to be very, very important today, finding the noun and the pronoun agreement. So let's review. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. So between these two, there has to be some agreement. Now, the fancy word would be antecedent. And antecedent is just a fancy word to show that this word is being replaced by a pronoun. Okay? Why do we use pronouns in a sentence? It helps us be less repetitive, right? Because if we're writing a sentence, for example, about Sarah, we don't want to keep saying Sarah, Sarah, Sarah throughout the whole sentence or the whole story. We want to add some pronouns to show some differences in our writing, right? So here we're going to be reading the sentences. We're going to circle each pronoun, and then we're going to find out if it's C, which stands for correct, or I, which stands for incorrect. So we're going to find out if the pronoun is the correct one to use when we're relating back to the noun. Now remember, you have your handy dandy anchor chart online that you can look at, and it has all of the pronouns we'll be using today. So now we're combining both our subject-object pronouns but also our possessive pronouns. So we can be using different types of pronouns today. We're just making sure they are correctly replacing the noun that's in the sentence. So let's look at number 1. Sarah loves the playground in her neighborhood. So I do see a pronoun here. I'm going to circle it. It's her, right? Now, they've already underlined the noun for me, so I just need to make sure that this pronoun actually replaces Sarah. So let's think about the pronoun her. Well, her stands for a girl, and it stands for one. And Sarah is a girl, and she's only one person. So it does agree, it is correct. Number 2, Sarah's brother sometimes goes with him. Him is my pronoun, right? But look at my underlined noun, Sarah. Him stands for a what? A boy. Is Sarah a boy in this story? No, so that's incorrect. As a challenge, what would I change it to? Her. You're correct. Sarah's brother sometimes goes with her. Very good. Number 3. The playground has a slide and it is really tall. So I see my pronoun here. I need to make sure it correctly replaces slide. Well, slide is a thing, and if we're using a pronoun for a thing, it is a good way to replace it. And it's only one slide, it's singular, and it is only one thing, so it is correct. Sarah and Tyler spend his time at the climbing wall. Now, my pronoun is his, but I'm confused because his is only one boy. But my underlined nouns are Sarah and Tyler. So Sarah and Tyler, would that be singular, one, or plural, more than one? More than one. If his is only singular and it's only talking about a boy, maybe Tyler, it's not enough to replace these two nouns, so it's incorrect. Okay, let's write that note on the side. Singular, this is always good to know, means one. Plural means more than one. More than one, okay? More than one. So going back to this sentence, here's another challenge. What do you think we should use instead of his? We're looking for something that's plural. We're trying to replace people. Let's go to our anchor chart and check. Showing ownership because the time belongs to them. So I'm looking over here and I'm noticing, okay, all of these up here are mostly singular. Our is plural, but that would include you or the narrator, so it can't be that. What about there? Were you thinking about there? Because I think there makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Sarah and Tyler spend their time at the climbing wall. I like that. Let's go to number 5. Tyler climbs well and people cheer for her. Oh, even while just reading, could you hear that mistake? Because I could hear it. I noticed they're using her as a pronoun. But in this story, Tyler is a boy. So is her the appropriate pronoun to replace it? So would you say that's correct or incorrect? Incorrect. So I circle that. Challenge again. And I bet you know this easy. What do you think we should replace her with? Tyler climbs well and people cheer for him. So if you notice him, right? He's receiving the action of being cheered for. We talked about this on Monday on our subject-object pronouns, right? Look at this word him. It's an object pronoun. When they are receiving the action, it is an object pronoun. So that's why it made sense to use that one in this part of the sentence. Like we couldn't use he. We wouldn't say Tyler climbs well and people cheer for he. And you'll notice those mistakes and your brain will start making those connections of, okay, this is the best pronoun to use to replace the noun that's already there. And you can hear it. You can also use your handy dandy anchor chart to find those answers, or, decide, okay, is it part of the subject of the sentence? Is it receiving the action, right? So the object pronoun receives the action, and basically the subject pronoun does the action. Remember, you also watched that really cool vocabulary video. I know you guys love vocabulary, and I was so excited that I found one on pronouns to share with you guys. So you can rewatch that again. You can pause it when you need to. You can go to your anchor chart and use that. But let's continue on to see what you're going to be working with, okay? Now we wrote some notes up top that you will be needing for this section, okay? I'm going to show you how you're going to do the bottom section really quick on number 1. So we're still reading the sentences and we're still circling the pronoun, but now we're finding out if it's singular or plural. Why is that important? Well, remember up here, we needed to know, are we replacing a plural noun or a singular noun? Are we only talking about one or more than one? Because if we're changing between one and more than one, between singular and plural, then our pronouns are going to change as well. So it says, Sarah and Tyler love exercise because it builds strong muscles. Now here, my pronoun is it. It is replacing the word exercise. Exercise is one thing, so it's singular. So you can do it two ways. You can just look at the pronoun and automatically know is it singular or plural. If you're not too sure, you can confirm it with the with the noun that it's replacing and check if that noun is singular or plural. So two ways to really look at what your answer will be here, right? So we're doing many things. We're reading the sentence, okay? We want to know if a noun is singular or plural before we choose a pronoun, right? So we can check the noun, singular / plural. We also need to know, is it a person, place, or thing? So that's another question. Because if it's a person, we're not going to use the pronoun it, right? Because it would be more for a place or a thing. So we need to know that. We also need to know the gender, or we need to know if it's boy or girl. So these are some questions that you're asking yourself as you're finding a noun to replace. As you're finding a pronoun to replace your noun. And then 3, you choose correct pronoun. Or in this case, we were checking it, but soon you're going to have to find the actual pronoun that you should use. And that's what writers are going to do, because you're not going to be given the pronouns. You're going to have to be deciding, okay, in this sentence, this is the pronoun I should use, right? So you want to follow these steps through your exit ticket. You want to read the sentence, start getting some thinking, some context clues going. Then you want to look at the noun you're replacing. Okay, is it singular or plural? That's important, because we can't use pronouns for both of those. We have to use singular pronouns or plural pronouns, right? Like we were checking here. Then you want to check, okay, is it person, place, or thing? Because if it's a person, I'm not going to use it. If it's a thing, I'm not going to use he or she or her or him. And you want to check again if it's a boy or a girl, like at the top, when we found out that if it's Tyler, well, it's not going to be her because Tyler is a boy. So you're checking these different things to make sure, that your noun and your pronoun agree. That is your goal. Noun and pronoun agree. That's your goal today when you get to your exit ticket, all right? Remember, you can pause this video if you need to take some notes, or you can replay it. But right now, I'm going to show you how to do the exit ticket today. So in this exit ticket, you will definitely be needing your anchor chart, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to do those steps that we talked about. You're going to read the sentence. Paula goes to the baseball field whenever blank can. You're going to think about, what noun am I trying to replace? Well, Paula's the one going to the baseball field probably whenever blank can. So we're going to be replacing Paula, and you're going to be looking for a noun, right? That is singular. A pronoun. That is singular. It's only one person. That is a person because it's a girl, and it's a girl. So we're checking all of these things to make sure that we are using the correct pronoun to replace. So once you fill it in, you'll go to your forms on Teams, and you'll choose one of the options that correctly fits with the sentence. All right? So good luck on your exit ticket. Remember to go back to the videos if you need to. Watch that vocabulary again. It's super fun. Use your anchor chart. Pause when you need to take notes. Try your best to use any strategies that you can to get to the right answer. So it's not about being fast, but it's about being thorough, which means you check everything before you put the answer. All right? Have a good day. Good luck on your exit ticket, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.